We are here for round one, and we have a great opening hand. 3 swamps. The draws where you have 1-drops are not like it's not integral to your success to actually have a 1-drop, but the draws when you do have a 1-drop are like so much better than when you don't. So this is really good. We have the option of leading on Crypt Breaker or Dread Wanderer, depending. Like sometimes I would save Crypt Breaker until I could actually get an activation out of it because it's mostly just going to die on sight. The same is kind of true for Relentless Dead, where sometimes I'll just jam it on turn 2, especially if I have another copy. Otherwise, there are matchups where maybe I consider holding it a little bit. And Dark Salvation is just like one of the best removal spells. Either I can go like 1-drop into 1-drop plus Salvation, or you can save Salvation for turn 3 to kill something and get a little bit of value out of it. And our opponent appears to be playing this weirdo blue-white flash deck. So we're going to lead on Crypt Breaker here. Actually try and get this engine going. So I don't know exactly what's in this deck, which could be a problem. Like rattle chains, stuff like that. I could see just casting Relentless Dead here. I could also just like trade in kind of an excess land for a zombie, or I could discard a Dread Wanderer for value. They're going to have like Metallic Rebuke or something. I feel like I should know what's in these decks, but whatever. Did not play against them in the Pro Tour. They did not show up in very high numbers, so I do kind of want land 4, and I do want all the spells in my hand, mostly except for the Dread Wanderer, I guess. So yeah, my plan is to just pitch Dread Wanderer. Always watching's pretty nice for them. So we're just going to slow him down a little bit. More than willing to just double block this with zombies and draw a card here. Wanderer's kind of nice. Alright, so we kind of have it all. We have all the removal. We have the Crypt Breaker engine going. The only way we can really lose is if we screw this up. So let's try not to screw it up, I guess. Like, Rattle Chains is the card that I'm kind of scared of. Obviously, I want to take out the flyer, but I don't really want to risk just getting kind of bricked by a Rattle Chains. Definitely playing my land. Feel like I have the 3-bit Inspector kind of on lockdown, so I don't feel a need to actually go after that and start attacking my opponent. I think I'm fine with just like developing my board a little bit here. Certainly worth noting that I do have to like pressure my opponent before they can assemble enough Air Force to actually win the game. So while I'm mostly fine just sitting here drawing cards, at some point I will need to kill my opponent. Main deck negates, huh? That's cool. So here, do I want to just cast Relentless Dead or trade in one of my other cards to make a zombie? I think I'm going to want my land. So I think I might just cast Relentless Dead. And like having the Menace threat here is pretty nice too. It is worth noting that like my opponent had 3 mana and continued playing out Irrigated Farmland, so it wouldn't surprise me if they had something like an Avacyn. Yep. Okay, Lord is nice. I can't really draw cards with Crypt Breaker anymore because I'm on a 1-turn clock from Avacyn. It's tough, though. It is tough. So I can't kill the Thraben Inspector because then all my stuff dies. I'm basically drawing to Dark Salvation, and that's really bad for me. And Vigilance is too good. I think I wasted my Dark Salvation. I think I was supposed to save it to try and kill an Avacyn. And yeah, they're basically safe to make this Avacyn play. What can I do to actually get out of this? Nothing. Alright, Sky Sovereign seems good. Never Return seems good. Grasp definitely seems good. And Liliana's seem fairly good. I do feel like this is a matchup where it's just like I want to build a big board. The size of my creatures doesn't matter all that much. What matters more, I think, is just double spelling. Maybe the other Liliana is great. Just like if they don't have Always Watching, Liliana is just going to crush them. Fatal Push is mostly good, but doesn't hit the things that I actually care about, I think. So yeah, we're just going to try and be lean. Feel like I should have been able to win that game. Probably messed it up. Sand's a little bit slow, we're going to keep. Mostly because we actually have interaction. I would love to like just Dark Salvation this thing for 1 at some point, but obviously that's not going to work, so I think we'll have to settle for just playing a bunch of zombies. And then this will kill the Wanderer, I would assume. And I don't think we offer up the trade Colossus for Selfless Spirit. I think Colossus is a little too good. Liliana's interesting. I think we just play Lord, make some zombies. Our opponent double chumps, so we're probably getting fumigated. That's good, though. It means my Liliana won't get negated, so there is that. Flyers are definitely a problem. Yep. I don't think we're in the worst spot. Yeah, Harvester's tough, I guess. Can make it so they can't crew off this at least. Well, it's kind of sweet that they have nothing else to crew with. Oh, does he have like a rattle chains? That'd be kind of sick. Like flash that in, crew. All I would have done was tie my mana for grass, but still would have been kind of sweet. Yeah, I think I don't want to risk anything in combat, so I'm going to need to keep this grass mana open. I certainly wouldn't mind minusing the Liliana and, like, actually building my board, but I don't want to risk too much here. I don't want to like attack with Lord, have him block with Harvester, I grasp, then he plays Avacyn, then I'm just like in a horrible spot. So I think I'm just gonna Relentless Dead, try to protect my Liliana, and ultimate from there. Seems like probably the best plan. Yeah. Maybe Never to Return is not great. Maybe I do want the Fatal Pushes. So I think the key with playing this deck is to like not overuse Transgress the Mind. Like my opponent has Avacyn and Fumigate, but I still don't think I'm gonna bring in Transgress just because it's so bad against a lot of other stuff in their deck. But I think a lot of people would board in transgress against like blue-red control and things like this, and I don't think that that's super helpful. So transgress sits on the sideboard a decent amount of the time. And what else am I doing here? I guess since Liliana handles the flyers reasonably well, maybe I don't need Fatal Push. Push is a pseudo answer to things like Aether Sphere Harvester, but not really. It's like so difficult to actually turn on Revolt. Gotta imagine Crypt Breaker's a problem for blue-white. So full house over here. Thankfully, if I don't want to walk any of this stuff into counter spells, I can just discard them to Crypt Breaker, which is nice. If I had a third land there, I could attack with the Mimic, because even if they blocked with Spellcrawler, I could finish it off and slip my Liliana into play, but I don't know. I'm going to kind of be a coward here. They were pretty apprehensive last game to actually try and blow me out in combat, you know? Just mostly treated it like I did have the grasp or whatever, so me not attacking here is certainly a sign of weakness. Land, please. No. I guess I could have just tapped my 3 immediately to draw a card, see if I hit land 3. But if I hit land 3 here, I can just play Dreadwanderer, which I think is also fine. So they played out all their irrigated farmlands again, which is like, you know, kind of a tell. Now I'm getting fumigated. Alright, at least we have Liliana. Replay out our stuff. No Avacyn, please. Looks like they're paying cost. So that's not good. Avacyn is brutal. That's got to be a good draw. So should I just grasp now? I think I should. I think I would rather have a Crypt Breaker than a Relentless Dead. don't know why I just went to target him with Liliana, but whatever. Not a bad card. Not a bad card. Just kind of going off here. Alright, so do I try to start working Crypt Breaker? Do I move Liliana up to Ultimate? I think I do, since she's on 6, and now I have a Grasp to protect her. At this point, it's just about trying to diversify my threats. Maybe I shouldn't have played that land. Just like try and insulate myself from Fumigate or Avacyn or whatever. So since this is hexproof, there's not a lot I can do about it. I guess I could have grasped this, let Avacyn hit, and then Dark Salvation the Avacyn in Ultimate next turn, but I still think this is okay. Maybe a little sloppy. Zombies just keep coming. Can't fight them.